I'm gonna be playing some Minecraft today. I was gonna stream some Fortnite, continue doing ranked, and then I opened up the game, turned ranked on, was about to hit live, and I'm like, I don't really want to play. Lost all motivation to play right then and there. So we're not playing. Um, we're just gonna play some Minecraft. Last night I was playing off camera, and I got to finish this 100 by 100. I'm just going to put some stuff on the screen while I'm talking. Looks fine right there. Actually, got to put that in the bottom left or top. Put that right there. So we finished this one, and I started working on this one last night, but I didn't get very far. I don't know how long I want to stream today, but I do want to stream. I just want to get some decent progress in. I'm not going to do any mining. I'm just going to be chopping trees at the moment until I take up all the shulker boxes, probably. Why is this floating here? I'm breaking these grass so I don't break them later. Because if I break this later, I'm going to get seeds that fill out my inventory, and that's a pain in the butt. But yeah, 9 million stone. It's quite a lot. I hit 9 million recently. Hey Renzo, yep, face cam.
Face cam time.
Still trying to get used to actually using it, but yeah. I'm gonna make my HUD smaller. I'm realizing when people chat, it covers in the HUD. Is this once again a bad time for me to go live for you? You always say I go live at the worst times. It's probably not the best, considering it's later than normal. I just want to see something really quick. My mic volume looks fine. I'm going to move a little closer to it. Just want to see the difference in quality. I guess it is a weekend, right? You want some flowers? Don't you love that I could make a flower farm and yet I'm keeping these? I could literally farm these for free. And yet I make... Never know. It's better than the kelp. I don't know if you were here when I was mining in the water, but when I was mining through the ocean, trying to make it even with the other area, I mined all the kelp and I kept every piece. Hey, Essen. It's actually a wife beater where I'm from. It's hot enough to finally wear one. Hello, Maisie Moo. Hi. I'm not taking you outside. You gotta ask Mama. It's a puppy. She comes to my room to beg to go outside, and I say no because she has a cone on. Treating her right, yeah. Well, like someone has to. Someone's got to put them into their place. I mean, huh? Hmm? Hmm? Yeah, Savage would love that conversation. Is this your first job, Renzo, or is it going to be um have you worked somewhere else before? Where have you worked? All I know about you is you used to like to like do motorcycle tricks and skateboard. Or was it skateboard? First full-time. Truthfully, I should have a full-time job, but I work at Walmart, right? And if I work full-time there, it's gonna feel permanent, and I really don't want that. I can't do a 9 to 5 at Walmart. I would go insane. If I were to get a full-time job, I think personally for my mental health, it would have to be work at home 3 days a week, 2 days in office or something. Because I don't think I could handle doing a 9 to 5, it's 5 days a week for the rest of my life. You know, if I worked from home, I'd at least have the ability to just be at home and be lazy without any, like, I don't have to mentally prepare myself to interact with people I don't like to interact with. And you can't say anything because you're in a work environment. Full-time mining would be insanely awesome. Even if it was like, if I was given room and board and food to live and money to pay the insurance bill on my truck, like if I had enough money to just live, pay my bills, I would probably try full-time. Nancy Owen, thank you for the follow. That's very kind of you. Hello. But I don't stream enough to even like go full-time. I need to start streaming more. I'm doing pretty good. Just started streaming. Could always be worse. Could be working right now, and I'm not, so I'm very happy about that. How are you going, Nancy? How are you going? Is that what I just said? Do I know how to speak English? How are you doing? I was thinking, how is your day going? And that's not really proper English. So, it's a little embarrassing. Don't do that, Renzo. Maisie Moo. Oh, she's not walking in my room this time. But yeah, Renzo, I don't stream enough. Like, I remember in the past when we had that little community together. Did that just make a sound? I don't think it did. I see it popping on my overlay, but like my Twitch overlay. I don't stream enough. I kind of miss. I was very consistent, you know, and it was. I do play other games? I don't often stream them. Usually when there's a new game that I'm excited for, I'll stream it. Like Elden Ring's DLC, for example, or Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which you probably don't know about. That one's, I would like to say it's very underrated, the first game, so I don't know if anyone knows the sequel's coming out. Anyway. I streamed Fortnite yesterday, and that's about it. I love Fortnite. I like to play Minecraft, and I like to stream it the most out of all the other games, because it's easy to... The gameplay's easy enough that I can do it, you know, on repeat, and know what I'm doing, you know? Like, especially what I'm doing is so, like... It's not the best stream, because all I'm doing is mining. You can kind of see that's me right there. I've been working on this lately. We're finally at the lower area, so it's going to be really easy to make progress. Do I watch anime? I have watched three animes. And if you count Cyberpunk Edge Runners, I've watched 4. It's not for me personally. I think it's very expressive, and the way some of the characters share their emotions, I often find very cringy. I was watching my or Zom 100 or whatever, my bucket list of the dead on Netflix, and he's in like this final battle situation trying to save his mother, and he's like monologuing, and it's just I kind of clicked off. I cringed out. Roberto the cow is still alive, Renzo. We can go visit him if you want. He's still in that head, hanging from the ceiling. He's actually, when you followed Nancy, that's the sound. When I hung Roberto from the ceiling, a cow, I said, torture. That's my follow sound. My friend likes One Piece as well. There's probably an anime out there that I would like. I'm really into, like, apocalypse stuff. Like, zombie apocalypse stuff. So that would probably be, like, my best one. I just find, truthfully, most of them to be boring. I liked My Hero Academia, but that one also got a little stale. What else did I like? I watched Chainsaw Man. That one I liked a lot because it was very gruesome and felt more adult than most animes. And it still had some of the cringy, like, mannerisms that I was talking about a second ago, but the graphic violence, like, made up for it. Like, I want to watch more gruesome animes. I watched Invincible recently, and the second season that just came out, and it's not an anime, but I just like cartoons or animations that are just super violent. It's super cool to see what they can do, you know, just by hand. Is there a piece of wood in there? Ugh, I see it. I live in Canada. A. I don't think I've ever unironically said A before, like, in person. I don't get that stereotype. Everyone says, like, Canadian A, but, like, nobody says A unless they're on TikTok. I've seen, like, have you ever seen those, like, hockey guy TikToks? You can tell he plays hockey, and you watch the TikTok, and they're like, hey, bud, the moose is a loose in a boot. There's a moose loose a boot. I think that's from GTA. I just like to make shitty references. But no, I want to start streaming more when I'm playing a game by myself, that is. I just find it harder to go live than it should be. And the main thing I find hard to do, I find it hard to also just turn my face cam on. I don't normally use it. This is quite rare, especially for Minecraft. I usually turn it off on Minecraft and use it for other games. I want to do it because it's fun. You know, I'm not trying to pursue anything, I'm just trying to have a good time. And it's very hard to start. Oh, no wonder I got so many seeds. Using looting, or fortune. I'll tell you right now, I'm not gonna buy anything. I don't have enough money to. And not only that, it's just, you're not the first person to advertise, and I have a rule. My only rule is no advertising. I know you have to try to make money, so you try to talk to streamers and, you know, like, I understand what you're doing, but I'm not going to be a customer. I'll be honest. Just, I don't have the money to buy emotes or, and even then, I already have some that my friends have made and that I worked on. Like, most of my emotes are just my face in funny positions, because I thought that was cool. But I am not going to be buying anything. Sorry. Yeah, my FOV, I put it lower just because it's, in my opinion, more fun to use. I'll be honest with you, I'm not gonna look at your work. If I make an exception for you, I have to make an exception for every other person that asks me. The only reason I haven't banned you is because you at least, you didn't just come out and say you were advertising. Most people that do it will chat with me for a bit and then advertise. You chatted a bit longer than most people, but I'm not checking out your work. I'm sorry. That's the nicest way I can put it. Instead of just like, I normally ban people who ask, so the fact that I haven't banned you is a surprise to myself. Well, I've been playing with low FOV because I find it more nostalgic. Because you couldn't change your FOV on console, so this just looks like Xbox to me. I think it's slightly higher than, no, it's at normal, okay. It's slight, I used to keep it at 80, sometimes like 70, that's what it is. I used to keep it at like 75 to 80. People that do Quake Pro, psychopath. Like, I understand I have speed right now, so that makes sense. But like, look at this. This looks horrible. Speed doesn't make it look better though. Let's wait for the speed to go away and see what happens. Okay, it doesn't look too bad without speed. Hundred's not horrible either. I'm just really used to 70. I might go back to 80 though. I just like feeling like I'm in the world, you know? I'm so sick of advertisements, man. Like, I don't know how to describe it to you, Renzo. I'm so sick of it. It's like, it's so unmotivating every time I go live. Just advertisement. Like, even if they didn't tell me to buy anything, it's checking out their work is still an ad. Go to this external place to check out, you know, my art. Normally I ban off the spot, but I didn't do it today. It's actually, you know how I know? I called it in my head, and you want to know how I knew? A normal person doesn't follow before they type. Nobody follows before they type. It's kind of psychotic, too. I've had funnier ones, actually. I've had people... This is just a dog raising its head. Didn't even make any noise. Like, it didn't describe the emoji. I am probably just going to keep chopping trees and fill up my inventory a bit more. I just want to see if I got all the flowers. Looks like I have. Yep. Okay. So we have nothing to worry about. We're just going to chop some trees because we have to kill this. Essentially, I chopped trees a long time ago, and you can kind of see it. They're still decaying. We need to chop this forest all the way this way, including all the stuff over there. So the sooner we get that done, the better. And we'll just do it.
Why do you break the flowers instead of just breaking the grass blocks?
That is a great question. So when I'm mining, and I break grass, and I break flowers, and I get them filled into my inventory, especially this type of area, it fills up my inventory more than it would if I were just to do it now rather than later. Because, like, now I can You know, I don't want to empty my inventory 5 times in a session rather than just doing this. Like once. Don't keep them. But I've already kept so many. I gotta keep all of them. You never know when they might come in handy. You never know when I need 5,000 dandelions. These are useful, Renzo. Useful. But like when I'm mining dirt, and I run into flowers, it will fill out my inventory faster, and then I have to place my shulker box and empty it. And that's not the huge, like it's not a huge issue if I have 1 or 2, but it takes up a lot of slots as well. And when it comes to an area like this, say I was mining from the top down, and there's a bunch of flowers down here, I would fill up my inventory faster with a bunch of non-full stacks of flowers, and then when I go empty my inventory, I would come back and have to do the exact same thing. And this way, it just, with the flowers out of the way now, because I'm going to keep them no matter what, I don't have to worry about it anymore. I'm probably going to not mine the flowers anymore, though, and just go for trees, because this is going to take forever if I do all the flowers right now. Just going to mine trees for a bit. I've actually kept all the bees' nests, too. That one I like a lot. That one's the most useful one. Because when a lot of people make bee farms, they struggle to actually get the bees. Originally, like, that's the hardest part of a bee farm, is getting a decent amount of bees. And I have a bunch.
Woof woof.
Woof woof. You got that dog in them. But look how much stone I've mined, Renzo. I've almost hit, like, 10 million. That's another digit. I'm actually really excited because I want to see what that looks like. Not that one. I want to see what that looks like here. Because I've never seen 8 digits before. Has anyone ever gotten to 8 digits?
Don't hit 10 milli without me, Bruv.
I will have to stream it because it's like I hit 9 million and didn't take a picture of it. I forgot to take a picture of just 9 million. So like it doesn't look like I did much. I should also change my totem because I don't wear this skin anymore. It's Panda Appa. Yeah, well yeah, but I have not. But I have, but not manually. What do you mean? Was that for? Have you ever seen someone hit 10 million, or 7 digit or 8 digits? Oh, how would they hit 8 digits if they didn't do it manually? Oh, but like I meant like in the statistics HUD. I guess it could be for picked up and not for times mined. Well, yeah, but I'm just meant like, because I'm doing times mined at the top and times used at the top. 10 million diamond, or using my diamond pickaxes 10 million times will be pretty cool. The netherite pickaxe isn't very high, but I mean, if you add them together, it's almost 11 million, right? 820,000 plus 240. Yeah, so it's close to 11 million, but not exactly. That's true. Because I guess a cobblestone farm. But not a lot of people use farms. They don't physically mine out the world at the same time. And I'm not only getting 10 million stone, but I'm getting
I have a
a
skeleton
couple million
spawner
dirt.
wolf XP grinder so I can infinitely farm stone, Bruv.
I have a skeleton spawner, wolf XP spawner. Oh, so you repair your pickaxes while... So you want to get a higher number than me? That's probably really easy. But you won't have a huge hole. That's what I find cool about mine, is I'm actually doing it for a reason, you know? It's not just to be cool. Because this is super cool. Hear me out, wouldn't a cobblestone farm mixed with some kind of bamboo farm be faster? Because then you don't have to manually mine it. And that way you can leave it AFK in like a spawn chunk area. Which apparently they're nerfing, by the way. Apparently they're like, spawn chunks are going to be one chunk. I think that's the worst decision they've ever made. That's going to ruin some of my farms. It's actually why one of my recent streams I had to... That's a big tree. They had to... Absolutely, but I love the wolf farm. It is very cool. It sounds very cool. I'm going to turn my mic up a little bit because I feel like the music might be too loud. I'm really hoping I didn't break this guy's hive, but I have so many bees. I don't really care. Let me just look. I see a hive over there. But yeah, if I mine these now, I won't have to do it later. That's why I'm doing it. You can just change the setting back to the regular setting. Yeah. I guess. I also moved my mic closer, so it should sound better than the last time you were here. Of the spawn chunks. Oh, like it's... Oh, dang it. I haven't done that in a while. So it's like a... If you don't have a good computer, you can change it. That's really good, actually. When I heard... I was watching Phil's Alive, and that's what I heard while I was watching him. Because I don't watch him very often. But the one time I was, he was talking about it. This is a huge cave. What's in it? A lot of mobs. What sucks is that it's like... This is Y level 50 right here. So it's a lot of stuff I don't have to mine. Don't get me wrong. But it would be awesome if like this was Y level 50. And not this. Because then I don't have to mine any of it. But whatever. It'll look cool when I mine through here. Because it'll be... It's the next 100 by 100. Which is also pretty cool. But it'll be like over here. And I think that looks sick. Just a huge flat area with that huge piece there. I'm actually really excited to make some progress in this world. Because if I keep putting the same amount of work that I've been doing recently, the time it took me to do some of those, I could probably do 3 or 4 of these. And it's just like that one in the corner over there before it turns this way and comes back. Could probably do like 4. It's a game rule you can change. Does it start out with 1 though? Or is it starting with the normal one and then you change it? I was gonna add, it's a good idea to help people with worse computers. But the thing is, I don't feel like the spawn chunks are that demanding. You know? Like, unless you had, like, a skeleton spawner in your spawn chunks, and... Oh, no, that wouldn't even work, too, because... Unless you were near it. And that skeleton spawner, like, spawned a bunch of armored mobs while you were near it, and those armored mobs stayed. I guess that could lag. But... It is a different start value in the next update. No clue what it'll be, though. Well, as long as... I'm going to do some research in the next update to see everything that changes. Because I need to make a villager trading hall before the next update anyway, right? So, I probably talked about it before, but I basically want to have every good trade possible. Nah, the spawn chunks are really demanding if you don't know about it. If you don't know about it and make an auto sorter, that's true. But it's weird that people would make an auto sorter without knowing how demanding the spawn chunks are. Oh well, I have a good computer now. Like, I remember my old computer, I actually had to kill some of the cows in my cow farm that was right at the spawn chunks because I didn't realize how bad that was. But no, I'm getting 300 FPS and I got a shulker farm over there being constantly loaded and an iron farm, and I've been debating changing my inventory setup too. Of getting rid of the chest plate, putting that in my ender chest or something. But maybe not the ender chest, because I still use it. I'm gonna see if I can... show my door really quickly. You have one of those stupidly small iron farms. Yeah. Made it like 15,000 hoppers. Yeah. The iron farms that I have in this world, I think I made ENXO4. I made two
I can't wait for
ENXO4
the
farms.
Autocrafter best single item added in such a long time.
There was someone in my chat, I thought it was you, a long time ago that was arguing with me and saying it wasn't that useful. Oh no, it wasn't you. I think it was... It was a guy that I actually mixed up with. I thought he was the exact same person sometimes. You're a lot like him. I met him on a server. He used to talk about it being kind of insignificant. But like, the one I'm excited for is trying to implement it into the gold farm. Because a gold farm is already a pain in the ass. Because you get nuggets to ingots to blocks. But like, it'll do it for you. Exactly. Like, it does it for you. You never have to even... I'm not sure how good it's gonna be, because I haven't really tried, like, working with it in any of the snapshots. But even, like, iron farms, you don't need massive storage systems anymore. It'll help a lot of people's, like, computers, because they won't need 1,000 different ways to sort their items, like hoppers and shulker box loaders. You won't need that anymore, because... You know, 9 stacks is only going to turn into 1 stack. Like 9 stacks of iron is going to turn into 1 stack of blocks. So you get 9 times more space. I know, hoppers were revolutionary. And I'm just excited they're adding an endgame piece of a piece of endgame content. We don't get it very often. I would like to consider the mace as part of that. I would like the mace to not be as broken as it is, though, because I don't want to join my server with friends and just get one shot all the time. I think they should nerf player damage or something, or make a new chestplate enchantment that nerfs that type of thing or something. I don't know. But I was really hoping for like more unique things other than just the mace in this new update, but I guess it's really, it's cool. Like it, because I like the trident. I didn't like it at launch, but I like it now. So I'm excited for new content. Especially because, you know, Minecraft worlds are the same, and everybody usually uses the Sharpness 5 sword and infinity bow. You know, it might be cool to see some people using maces and some people use axes. But like totems are just so as overpowered. Just keep totems in inventory. They'll never get high again to one-shot you before you get into totem. Yeah, that's true. But they're nerfing raid farms with this whole thing, so totems are going to be harder to get. The bad omen effect is only obtained by potions, and you can't renew it just by killing them. So you can't have an AFK raid farm. They'll probably design a new one where you get the potions and then you can start a raid again. But like, you'd have to drink them every time, right? And nobody... A manual raid farm versus like a non-manual is a big difference. I personally don't want that kind of raid farm anyway. I don't like that a big piece of Minecraft content's 100% AFKable. I do like that. But like, the reason I didn't like 1.20, it did nothing to endgame content, and it did nothing for early game content. The update didn't change how I played at all. But 1.19, even though I feel like it was very lackluster, the Swift Sneak enchantment, this is game changing. This is, in my opinion, revolutionary for, you know, building and bridging in the end and stuff like that. It changes the game. I consider it not revolutionary, but very useful. In 1.18, they made it so the caves were entirely new, and that was a huge piece of content where it affected the entire game because all old worlds got affected, new worlds got affected. It was cool. 1.17, you might think it didn't add anything, but it made it so you could fortune 3 iron and gold, making early game mining super broken with fortune. And you would... Ancient City is cool, but I would consider it a lot like you explore one or two to get what you need, and then you don't really do it anymore. Kind of like how this new trial thing is going to be. You might have people online doing challenges with it, trying to beat it in a specific way. I don't see it being hard, though. Because it's Minecraft, you can just place stuff. You can, like, cheese it, basically. Block yourself in, or... I'm not sure what you could do, but... Because I haven't tried it myself, but, like, you could just... Oh, you got weak? Let's take 4 cobblestone and build 2 walls here in a corner, 2 walls here, and maybe a roof over my head, so 5 cobblestone, like... Like, it doesn't seem very difficult. So it looks like more or less, you do it until you get the mace, and you do it until you get the enchantments you want, and then you probably don't do it anymore. That's just me. Same with every structure. Yeah, I guess that's true. I only really explore the stronghold once. The nether fortress once or twice. I like the ancient city more than I like the, what's the newest structure they added? The ruins? Or those, like, the pottery, like, the archaeology ruins that they did? In my opinion, worst piece of content they've ever made. It's so hard to find them that you have to use chunk base. And even with chunk base, I don't want to go looking. I don't care. I just don't. What do I get? 2, like, I would only go if I was trying to collect all the trims. That's why I like the trims, is because it adds new content to every structure and something for you to find. But I don't like the trims because they're just not that cool looking, most of them. Like, the coolest one is the rarest one, in my opinion, and the rarest one is the silence trim in the deeps, in the ancient cities. I think that's what it's called. Pretty sure it's the rarest one. Alright, we got one more shulker box to fill up, and then I'll probably head back to base. When's the last time I went end raiding? That's a good point. In this world, very long time. In the other world, though, and I might do it in this world again, but I got so sick of it in the other world. I did it to get, not that one, to get this one. So in the server I play with friends, I convinced them to get this mod pack on, or this data pack on when we started playing. And I got this one done. By myself. I went to 64 end cities. Or roughly like 54 end cities. And then they had a data pack on where if you killed mobs, you could get mob heads. So I then also killed the ender dragon a blank amount of times to get this one. And that gave me a bunch of heads. I didn't get all of them, but I got most of them. 5 elytras equals never going to the end again, so that... Yeah, that's true. Especially because shulker farms are super broken. You don't need to go to the end. The only reason you would ever want to go to the end is for new content, like trims. It's why I think they really need to update it. Because then when the nether updated, bastions and netherite... Like, the nether is such a common use biome or dimension that they need to update the end, so it's worth going there. And not a lot of people use end farms, and I honestly think endermin farms are some of the worst XP because you're getting... I would rather use a guardian or gold farm because I'm getting XP but also useful crafting items like gold or like guardian drops. Because, you know, those are very useful for building, and I want a lot of them. And I'm actually going to have to make one in this world sometime soon. I'm not sure if I'm going to drain an ocean monument, or if I'm just going to make ENXO4's farm. Because his farm, I don't know if you saw his video, you do like 10 minutes of work, and you have one of the most busted farms. He is such a good... Like, I love his farms, man, because it's not like Shulkercraft where they just steal everything. Shulkercraft, some of their videos are right, like they do really good demonstrations on how to build them, but they steal like all of their farms, man, and they don't always link the original person. Yeah, the soul sand one, where you basically just use a corner of the spawn chunks, and they spawn way too many there because obviously they can't spawn anywhere else. Ah! No, his best farm, in my opinion, has to be either the shulker farm I built because it's infinite, or his wither skeleton farm. Very little work for very busted items and very busted amounts. I think I AFK'd 4 hours at that wither skeleton farm to get a stack of beacons and kill a stack of, or kill 64 withers. I have never once gone back to that farm because I just haven't needed it. They're so good. Are you talking about your hardcore world when you say you have these farms? I kind of want to start playing hardcore again, but I put so much work into getting that armor, I don't want to lose it, and I don't have the motivation to play another world right now. So I'm waiting for the server reset with my friends. I will be building the Northern Water Tribe, and I'm going to work so hard on it that I'm going to try to make it as good as I would in this world. But I need to know when the server's coming out. Basically, whenever the server gets... When the update comes out, that's when they're probably going to convert. They'll let all the mods get updated first, so it'll probably be a week or two after the 1.21. I am going to start working in creative to build it. I might even take a week off of work. Like, I have vacation time saved up. I would love to use that. Oh yeah, you are on the Discord. Is your new favorite word little bro? Little bro? Is that your new favorite thing? I'm not little. I'm big. I'm muscular. I'm not that muscular, actually. It's all literally from work. I'm not little. I'm big and handsome. Is this water in the 100 by 100? Okay, good. I hate water. Because it does this. And I hate that. I can't believe I did all those streams back then without using a conduit. You must have hated me.
You're smaller than a little bro, you mini bro.
I'm big. I have to use the bathroom real quick, though. Because big bro gotta take a big po. Not little po. Big po. Alright, just leave me, I guess. SMH, while he really hates his fans, never supporting this creator again, little bro. You call that support? You need to financially support me. I keep forgetting where the camera is, by the way. I keep looking over here, but it's not. Banana. Banana.
Ma on just yawa up.
Just yo. Shut. If you give 100 bits, 120 bits, you're gonna beat Savage. And then she'll try to catch up to you, and then I'll get a bunch of money. No, I have people give me their Twitch Prime, and that I really appreciate. Because there's so many people you could give your Twitch.
Ike, little bro.
Well, you beat her. I hope that was worth the dollar. Thank you for the 120 bits. That's very nice of you. I'll have to tell Savage she got beat by 1. I'm gonna tell her right now, actually. Renzo beat you by 1 bit. I was gonna stream Fortnite today. How do you feel? I feel great. I like making the poor people even more poor. I'm like Robin Hood. I take from the poor. And that's it. I just take from the poor. I don't give it to anybody. I should do this more often when I'm trying to get rid of flowers. Holy crap. Yeah, that dollar worth of bits. I think it's like 200 bits in Canadian money for a dollar. No, I hope you get the job too. Is it a work from home at all, or is it just like all outside of work? Or outside of your house? I thought you lived at home as well. Like me. My sister's actually moving out, and I'm really happy for her, but I'm kind of a little jealous a little bit because I don't make enough money to move out myself. Management position for a local distribution business. I'm moving out this summer. That's nice. Well, as long as it's good pay, you know, it doesn't matter if the... Honestly, what I find is the job can suck, but sucks less if you get paid better for it. That's why I don't love Walmart. You know, job is super easy, but expectations are way too high for minimum wage. They expect you to be top of your game every day, best of the best employees. They reward your work, your hard work, with more work to do. Oh, you finish all your stuff early? You think you can go home? No, here's a bunch of extra tasks for you to do. I'll praise you if you get them done, but I'll get mad at you if you don't get the extra tasks I gave you done, even though I didn't give them to you when you first got in. And the main issue I find with the job, though, is the sense of, like... What's the word? I am not equal to my management. Not even my department manager. Just, they act like they're above us, and it sucks, because, like, you make $1 more than me? You are not a better human being than me, so why do you always act like you are? You think I would after being there for 5 years. In 4 days, I would have been at Walmart for 5 years. Or my single Walmart location. And I feel so... The other day, I tried to take... I basically tried doing nothing for like 10 minutes. I was bored, we had nothing to do. And we were trying to make the day go by. So we were goofing off, essentially. And manager catches us and brings it up later. And I'm like, huh? Why are you mad? we're getting all our tasks done. And he saw it as time theft. And I'm kind of just sitting there like, there are hundreds of others, dozens of others employees, because there's not that many people working there. There's dozens of employees there that do 3 times less than us, and they do the same amount of breaks. Like, they take 20-minute, 30-minute 15s. If I become a manager of any kind, they're going to expect me to go full-time. And with full-time, working 6 days a week, I think they ask for you to work 5 minimum, and most of them work 6. 6 days a week, 5 maybe, 9 to 10-hour days, I'd go insane. Well, like when you're a manager or a department manager, which is basically a glorified supervisor, that's what I don't understand. Like, when we say department manager, they're more or less like the person that gets told from the boss what to do, and then that person like relays it. They don't make instructions on their own, but my department manager does make stuff up a lot. Because it just kind of says my word goes. Because I don't know. She might be a good person. I don't really know her outside of work, but she doesn't treat me with a lot of respect, so it's hard to, you know, respect her back. And then she says the reason she doesn't treat people with respect is because they don't respect her. And I'm like, that is the biggest piece of horseshit I've ever heard. Because, like, you were treating... I called her out on a few things, and she basically denied them. And she was like, oh, you're going to trust the people that told you these things and not ask us about it or whatever. But, like, if I can't describe it without literally going berserk. I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to work $3,400 pay. That's insane. However, I'm not sure. What do you get? Do you live in Europe? Is that 34 euros? Yeah, I'll Google it. I think it's more. I think the Canadian dollar is worth less than euros, but 3,400 euro to pad. Nope, it's more Canadian. So it's like 49. It's $4,900 for 4 days. That feels really high. I hope that was like a typo or something, because that's not really that's really good. If that's 4 days of work, and if you worked 8 hours a day, even 12 hours a day, that's insane pay. Like, that's enough to move out in my country, in my town. Some of these places cost like $2,500 a month for like the most bare bones apartment. You want to get a family home with 3 bedrooms? Have fun finding anything lower than $2 grand. 2,000, not 200,000. Like, that's just a rent per month. The cheapest house you can buy is probably like 600,000. That's what I meant. Our housing market is literally through the floor. That's why my sister, when she's moving away, she's not moving into a new place. She's moving to a new province. I grew up in this town that I live in my entire life. And I can't afford to stay. I can't. If I were to work Walmart with my position and my pay, I would have to work 5 days a week with no call-in days. Why is the dog barking? I'm gonna go see what's wrong. With 5 call-in days. With no call-in days, sorry. Why is I'm gonna... What's wrong? There's a new person here that she hasn't met before, and the puppy isn't used to meeting new people, so she's freaking out a little bit. 2K rent is quite crazy. It's... I don't know how to describe it. I'm going to describe it in Minecraft, okay? Ready? This is my aunt's apartment. Not apartment, like... So she gets the top half of the house, doesn't get the whole house, and the garage. And basically, you go up the stairs, you make a left, the hallway, if this was Minecraft, it'd be 3 blocks wide. A tiny room here, bedroom. Tiny room here, bedroom. Tiny room here, bedroom. Tiny bathroom, kitchen, living room. That's the whole house. $2,100. $2,100 just for that. So imagine trying to get, like, the basement of the house as well, and access to the garage and to the backyard and all that. Like, to all the yards, and to get the... what you would imagine, like, a 2-story house would look like. Not even 2-story, like a 1-story with a basement. That's what we live in. We got really lucky with our place. So, I mean, obviously you've only ever seen my room on Twitch, but my room is fairly decent size. Maybe not for someone, in my opinion, my height. I have a huge bed and it takes up my entire room. And by the way, my huge bed, I'm still too big for it. My feet hang off the edge most nights. They don't make beds for people that are 6'3", though. Not usually. It really is. It's very depressing because of that. Let me grab my phone really quickly and I can get a calculator. So I'm not sure how much I'm going to get paid soon, because essentially when you stream or when you work at Walmart for a year, you get pay raises, and I'm probably going to get $17.50 by my pay raise. However, if I take my calculator and I make $17.10 an hour and I were to work 8-hour shifts, 7 hours of those would be paid. And then 7 times 5 is 35. So I'm working... Right? 7 times 5 is 35, I think. Yeah, so 35 a week times 17.10 is 600... Essentially, before tax is taken off, it's $598, right? So 598 times 2, so you get paid every 2 weeks. $1,200. I'm gonna turn that down into maybe $1,100 because of taxes that get taken off your paycheck. So, and then 1,100 times 2 is 2,200. So that's how much I would get a month if I were to work 5 8-hour shifts a week. So I'd have to work 6. Maybe even 7 just to live comfortably, or even paycheck to paycheck. Because that's $2,200. That's not including my $250 insurance for my truck, or $50 phone bill, which I just turned down to a $30 phone bill, but I still have to pay 50 bucks until it turns to 30. I managed to find a phone bill that was pretty much the exact same, just no special like addition to it. My special edition right now is like rollover, so if I don't use data, it rolls over to the next month. But like, if I moved out, right now I work 4 7-hour shifts a week, and that's 6 because I have to take the hour off. So 4 times 6 is 24. 24 times 1710 means every week, that's how much I make. Times that by 4, that's how much I'm making every month. So I'd have to increase like how much I work by a lot. So I had family come in. No, don't.
I feel
I live
bad
at
here,
home.
have a cent, lil bro.
I live at home. I'm fine. But the thing is, I don't know how much you make an hour, so it might be different. Like, do you make minimum wage or do you make minimum wage or do you make like a like $25 an hour? That might make more sense. Aluminium. Let's grab those. Do I have enough to make a full shulker of wood? That'd be pretty cool. Well, you work 4 days a week and you get 12 hours. Oh, you work 12 hours a week. And that's how much you get. You make $13.50? Is that your monthly pay? That's not horrible. But you work literally half of my hours. You do half the amount of work I do. Or you work half the amount I do. And still make more money than me. That's why it's like super depressing. Because I've lived in this town my whole life. And I can't afford to move out. I can't afford. And like if I were to work nonstop, when am I going to have the chance to maybe meet a person and fall in love, you know? If I'm constantly at work. And especially in like a work environment like Minecraft or Walmart, I'm not going to meet anyone. I can't afford school because I'll be thousands of dollars in debt. I can't. It's just depressing. Look at all the oak wood I got. I'm going to try to make sure this is filled with stacks of flowers only. Or stacks of stuff that go in that same area. Saplings go over there. Those. Boom, 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 boom. That way we don't have to open this one anymore. Just needs one more stack. That looks good to me. Oh, never mind. But whatever. It's fine. So that's my random one now. Just going to... Sorry. Move to Europe, free healthcare, good wages, lovely people, good food, great comedy. Honestly, maybe. But like, that's the thing too. I would need a job before I move, because I wouldn't be able to make it. I would have to save up a lot of money. I would have to get my license all over again. That would be a pain. I wouldn't move. I joke around. I wouldn't move. Honestly, I could probably sell my truck for more than I put into it. My truck is a Ford Ranger, and they were only made for a very small amount of time. From like, the old ones were only made until 2011, and the new ones have been made from 2019. So to get an old one in good condition, with good bodywork, and it got safetied a month ago, like... well, you guys drive on the other side of the road, right? Don't you guys drive on the left side? Or is that not Europe? Is that UK? Because I'm just... It's not all of Europe. It's just some of Europe. Because I think... Is the U... This is going to sound stupid. I'm not going to Google it. I'm going to say it because it's on my mind. Is the UK a part of Europe? Or is it, like, different? Like, is it United Kingdom? And Europe? Or is it, like, Europe? Kind of like how North America is Canada and the United States. I was just wondering if, like, Europe was just, like, the bigger word, right? Because you're not going to, when you say I'm going to Italy, you say you're going to Italy. You don't really say I'm going to Europe. When you say I'm going to the United States, you don't say I'm going to North America. Also, if I were to move, it would be to where my sister's going. She's going to Alberta. I live in Ontario right now. And the house market over there, she has found a place for $300,000. And from the pictures, it's huge. Like, it is 2 stories, maybe 2 stories in the sense of being basement and top floor. And it's a huge backyard. 300K is a lot, yes, but it's a nice place. Instead of, you know, where I live right now. I hate water when it's, like, in an area like this, because it doesn't flow properly. Or like I want it to. Oh, all the flowers are gonna go in the freaking ravine. Whatever. $300K in the right spot here. Yeah. But the issue is also family. I want to be near family. I'm not going to move to Europe. I could meet Mads. It's just, I feel like here as well, When you tell someone you don't want to work a 9 to 5 to make barely enough money to live, they call you lazy. Like, oh, it's this younger generation doesn't want to do any work. No, I don't want to work till I'm dead. I don't want to have 3 hours of free time a day. You know, I want to live my life and do what I want to do whenever I want to do it. You know, if I want to randomly one day go to a specific place and hang out there for a few hours, I want to be able to do that. Instead of thinking, oh, well, I work for a bit, so I should wait to do it, you know. Instead of just driving there. Because, like, a road trip, most people have to, or a vacation, they get planned for months. You can't just do anything on a whim. That's also part of the issue. I haven't really been interested in anyone, but because I work at Walmart and I don't really go anywhere else at the moment, I don't meet anybody either. I don't know if I've had a crush on anyone before because I've never really felt like... I've never seen someone and been like, you know, hubba hubba. But also, like, I play baseball and I am pretty antisocial. Not antisocial, but I'm just nervous around new people. And so I don't try to stand out too much. Especially, like, there's a few people at my work that I find pretty attractive, but I don't have the guts to even, like, say hi. Well, I've thought, like, I'll be honest with you, I think most girls are attractive. Like, it's a very hard, it's very hard, in my opinion, to not be attractive and be a woman. Like, the fact that you already are a woman, you're higher up because you're a woman. So that's just funny to me, because, like, you really have to have, like, a shitty personality to be unattractive in this day and age. Like, you have to be one of the worst people I've ever met to be unattractive. Really, yeah. Well, there's more lonely men than women. I feel like it's easier for a woman to find literally anyone because of how lonely men are. Doesn't mean that person they find is going to be good. Just means it's easier. Which is very depressing. Because it shouldn't be so difficult. It's also just a lot of guys don't have that confidence. Yeah. Well, not everyone really looks at it from both sides. You know, feminism is supposed to be about equality for both genders. And when I was growing up, a lot of the people that I met that called themselves feminists were really just anti-men. And I used to be really... I don't know. I used to be more pissed off than I am now about what I used to read all the time online. About how all men are this or all men are that. And it's just... It's childish. It's prejudice. Prejudiced. I don't know if I used the right word there. But it's pathetic. It's taking the actions of a couple people and doing them against however many. And because gender is more seen as like a social construct now, what I don't understand is how people still are in that mindset of all men do this, all people do things. Shitty people do shitty things. Doesn't mean that gender or race did that thing. It's just shitty people do shitty things. And it's just... like a shitty man or a shitty woman can do a shitty thing. And it's not a great stream talk because I feel... my main issue with these kind of subjects is... topics and whatnot, is I stutter. And I don't get my words out the way I want to. it's treated like it is. I was raised with the mindset that treat everyone with respect, even if you don't believe what they're doing is something you think is normal. And that was more at that time meant towards people of color and people of different not sexuality. Is sexuality the right word? People who like, you know, the same gender, right? So, because I was raised in a Pentecostal church type of environment. However, me personally, I've been translating that to everyone, where a lot of them are super homophobic and they're super transphobic. It's hard to talk about this stuff, you know, without offending one person. I know I'm a very low view streamer, but even then, you know, I don't want to seem like this is all I talk about. However, I will say, like, the one thing I try to do is I just treat everyone the same. I just don't understand why, when people make mistakes, we treat them like it's the end of the world. We don't try to teach them how to be a better person or to correct themselves. You know, someone calls you the wrong pronouns and you get livid. Don't. Because it's going to make you seem like an idiot or a fool. And you're not. I have no idea. You would think. It's hard to talk about this kind of stuff without people getting offended in some way. I feel like I've mined every tree for the next 100 by 100. Like, if I do this 100 by 100 next, I don't think I have any more trees other than maybe these. So we'll get these ones, and then we'll stop. We'll go empty my inventory and start mining stone like a normal person. And grass. And grass. Like, I've never met a lot of people with different pronouns or different... I've never met anyone who identifies other than cis male or cis female, which is... I learned about it recently. It's just at birth identified as this gender, and so you are that gender. That's also true. Like, if I were to get popular and then my VODs were watched, right, and they found this conversation and I get canceled because I don't think a certain way, it's pathetic. It really is. And most people back them up because they don't want to get canceled themselves. And that's even more pathetic. That one's full of flowers. Is there one I can put this little bit of wood I have here in? That one's full of oak. Is there any iron in here? There is. And then I can put the gravel in there. I think I did that wrong, but I figured it out in the end. Okay, let's go empty my inventory. It's quite messy. Got a lot of the trees gone. I'm not going to mine any more trees though, because it's just going to take forever. But yeah, I rely on this farm right here so much. And the one thing I'm most excited about, that crafter, is this farm right here. So originally this farm transported them to the nether so it was faster, but then it combined with this one. So I had to home make this end design here, and that's why it looks horrible. But look how much I lose out on, because I don't come to empty it ever. And so it's constantly on. Causing it to make way too much. And emptying it takes literally 5 seconds. Do I not have a crafting table here? I do. Like, that's how long it takes to empty. I just don't do it. But if I get some kind of crafter, I can start crafting it into block. I can separate the poppies so they get put into the bone meal creator, and then I can separate the rest of it to... Done a lot of work today, though. Pretty proud of that. Been trying to I've been trying to do a tree mining stream for a while, and I haven't. So I've done a lot of tree mining. I'll do another one. Yeah, that's not a problem. Thanks for staying and chatting for a bit. Good luck with your interview. I hope you get the job. Yeah, I'll probably be live. I know I want to, but you know me. Usually don't. I usually just don't stream. So we'll see. Good luck! Yeah, okay. Good idea. Spam me on Discord so I can see if you got the job or not. My frame rate keeps dying, man. I hate it. I think we're almost done. See you, Renzo. That one's all flowers and stuff. I don't think I need to take any of those out until I get to the nature area. Okay, that's the non-nature stuff up there. And the rest is nature. Or not nature stuff, but like it goes in that corner. Oh, but I forgot about the 2 other things in my inventory. 60 apples, quite a lot. Don't really need them, but cool. And music discs, I put them in here. Is this a new one? I don't have blocks, I don't think. Nice. I got a new one. Don't really get them very often. I think I had a creeper get killed by a skeleton yesterday, and that's why I got it. Which doesn't happen very often either. Those are the flowers, and then this one is full of oak. Let's take out all the wood. It's a lot of oak in there. I should definitely fill up another shulker of it. I could probably even fill a shulker of birch, so we'll go get 2 empty. Just grab the oak first. Doesn't take very long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. Like, this is very useful, having all this wood. Like, this is a lot of oak. And this is mostly from chopping. I don't think we AFK'd the wood farm for oak. So I think that's pretty cool. Empty that. And let's grab all of these saplings. Where the bee nests go, they go right there. I have none left. Look at them all. There's so many. Like, that's insane. Insane number. I wonder how many bees are in each one. Just grab the saplings real quick. Okay. Where's oak? And then birch. The frame rate drops are so annoying. Sticks. Are those full of sticks? Oh yeah, that's from the wood farm though. And then fill my inventory up with this. 6. And then I'm gonna grab all the red ones and basically do them by color, so I don't fill up my inventory and then go to fill up my inventory again, and then again, and not have everything. And then we have orange. A lot of orange tulips in that run. Yellow. And then I'm going to do those. The white tulips go in here with the lily of the valley. The pink ones go there. This is blue. And this is all light gray. That's not supposed to go in there. That makes... White tulips make white gray. Light gray. That makes literally no sense. White tulip. Light gray. Alright, there we got another empty. 5, 6. So let's start a stuff to sort. Shouldn't take too long. But we're going to be doing it on stream soon. I want to do a new Kingdom Come Deliverance playthrough. It's not something I've done in a while. That's why I want to do it again. I miss playing that. And it's just going to be for fun. Mostly, I want to do it when I find out the new release date for the next game. That way we have some kind of, like, plan, and not that diorite, andesite. Alright. Where lastly, I need to figure out a new inventory, because I want to start bringing more shulker boxes with me, and instead of less. So I'm going to take out the toolbox, and take out stuff we don't need in it. I don't need an extra random small amount of that. I don't really need 3 flint and steel. Can put the hoe in there. Oh, we still have 3 flint and steel, so it doesn't matter. I want to put the trident in here as well. That can go there. I kind of want to put my chest plate, but I'm not sure if that's a great idea. I have totems, I'll be fine, as long as I'm smart. And then this way I have them all the time. I can now carry 3 or 4 more shulker boxes, and that'll be pretty cool. And then I can put this stuff over here. And now I can carry... And then when I'm not... This will probably be the inventory from now on. Because then I can... I won't really need the water bucket, so I might put that there. I wish I could do that instead, so I can do that. And then I would have essentially close to 27 shulker boxes in my inventory every time. But because we're going to be getting a lot of dirt, we shouldn't do that way. Let's just grab the stone as well, because we will need that. Or we should empty that. Should go into this one. And then that looks actually pretty good. Like that. Because then I have 9 slots to put stuff. How many do I have on me? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 17. That's a lot. Let's take out 2. We'll do 15 until the inventory is... until the overworld storage area is empty. This will allow me to carry 2 more shulker boxes essentially whenever my inventory is full. And we leave. Nice. This is starting to really fill up. Very happy about that. The hope is to get a lot more. I really should make a shulker box loader for the shulker shells. This frame rate is insanely bad. I don't understand it. The game is fine, but then if I run the world for too long, it starts to die. I also like that I can see where I have to go because there's no trees anymore. They're all gone. I can't wait till I mine this section away because you're going to be able to really see it disappear as well. I'm just excited to really make some progress, you know. It's been a while since I've made any. Just want to see how long I've been streaming for today. Just to see how long I want to go mining for. 1.5 hours. I might turn my camera off, but I do want to stream a bit more. I just want to see how high up is this. 85. So we'll go down to 83 or 82. Yeah, there's going to be a lot more dirt. That's why I took the 3 shulker boxes in my inventory, but... But yes, because of my totem and because I'm not in hardcore, I don't really need the chest plate on me. It's mostly for when pillagers come out of nowhere. That's why I had it on me. I don't need the water bucket, but that's mostly for flowers, but also the main reason I have the water bucket is for lava. But then I have the fire resistance potion. Never gonna get rid of that. No matter how much I feel safe, I will regret not having it in my inventory at one point. I have never regretted having the fire resistance potion in my inventory. I don't believe I ever will. It's never not been useful, and it's never not going to be useful, because it's just, there's been so many times when I was younger where an entire world of progress would be gone because I'd lose all my motivation after I died to falling in lava. I used to have a world on mobile that when I died in lava, I cheated to get my stuff back and never played again because I've cheated. And I didn't like that I did that. Most of the times I fell in lava, honestly, were because I was on gravel and placed a torch. But the simple act of having this potion makes a world of difference when it comes to my safety. Or my feeling of safety. I can dig straight down. I can do whatever I want because I feel safe. But this section, I'm at Y level 82 right now. This one right here, yes, there was a bit of a hill, as you can tell. It was pretty flat around that area. And it's just the insane difference between here and here is going to make a world of difference in the long run when I'm trying to mine massive areas, and instead of having to mine from up there, we're mining from here. Because that's literally 20 blocks. Not even. Maybe 22. So instead of having to mine 100 blocks, because I think the peak of that mountain is 150, we're mining 20? 20 layers? Not 120 blocks. Like, that's an insane difference, and it's really going to boost my morale in the long run when the mountains aren't in the way. I don't know why I switched to that area over there, why I mined that area in the first place. I'll never know why. But I slightly regret switching because of just how long it took me to make any amount of progress. It would take a month and a half before I would really notice. And not only notice, but like notice just in the 100 by 100. Not even when I finished it. Just the 100 by 100 would look the same. And it's just super unmotivating for big projects like this, where you're trying to break a lot of blocks and by hand, and then you notice, like, literally you just put a month of work in and you haven't noticed a change. It just, so then you don't play because there's no change, but then you don't play for a while and then there's absolutely zero change, and so it's a bad habit to break. But I'm really excited because it's going to be different. These 100 by 100s are a joke compared to the ones over there. And that's why I said I can mine 5 of them instead of 1. This is literally Y level 65. Like, that's 15 layers. And this whole thing is pretty low. The highest it goes is like 80. Maybe if you include this little mountain right here, maybe 90. Like, getting from, so basically I'm going to be going from here all the way down here, connecting to this, and clearing out this whole area until we get to here. I expect that to take 200 hours. Maybe. The real work, we'll see how long it takes me. But the progress will be super noticeable because it's so small. And then the area will be just gone. And then the motivation will be higher because I will know, instead of having a few layers left, or a bunch of layers left, I only have a few layers left, even if they're bigger. I'm just excited because it's a good change in pace, which this world has desperately been needing, is a change of pace. When you're doing the same thing for so long, it is so unmotivating, and it's not anyone's fault but mine. I'm the one who wanted to do this in the first place, but it's still unmotivating, and that's not a great thing for long-term productivity. I do want to stream Fortnite more, probably tonight. The issue is I load up the game and I want to play really badly, and maybe I'll look at the challenges and I'll look at the rewards I can do, and then I won't play. Especially if I'm level 200, which I am this season. I grinded really hard to get level 200, or not 200, but 150 before Korra and Avatar came out, because I wanted to get all the V-Bucks possible before I had to spend it, which I did, and it caused me to not have to spend a single dollar on V-Bucks. I only had to spend money on the Rocket League cosmetics that they did. But now that I'm level 200, I don't have the need to do weekly quests or daily quests, match quests, especially because they don't reward that much XP. And if I continued the grind up that I was doing, I'd probably be level 400 by now. It's been like, I got 150 levels in 3 weeks of playtime. Not even. Like, Korra came out a month after the Avatar, or a month after the Battle Pass came out, and I think I was like level 180. And that's because once I hit level 140, I actually stopped. I stopped grinding. Because that's where you had to get the V-Bucks, is 140. And it sounds really nerdy, but, like, maybe 2 hours a day max, I would do my match quests in both rocket racing and in matches, and that would take an hour to do both, like, combined. So that was an hour to do that, and I would get 40-something thousand. And then I would do creative and save the world. And that month was very generous. Because I'm a Save the World founder, I actually get V-Bucks for free, so that month was super generous because I got a bunch of missions every day, and one mission giving like 40,000, like, usually would give me half, if not more than half, a level, which is very good. And if I'm doing like 4 missions a day and a little bit of creative, I just started leveling up like crazy. Started playing like some fun creative modes that I genuinely liked, and played 2 hours a day, if tops. Like a Fortnite every day. And maybe an hour when I woke up and an hour after work. And I leveled up like crazy. But now I'm max level and I don't really need to play anymore. And I love the avatar update. Don't get me wrong. But it's kind of a waste of time. Because it's just not that fun. You know, most people aren't using the bending. Most people are still trying like they're gonna get paid if they win. And that ruins the fun in the entire game. For me at least. Maybe not everybody. But like, nobody is using all bending. Everyone is doing maybe one bending and then their usual loadout. Because they want to win. And I'm looking at them and I'm like, you're in no build. Why are you not using all the bending? Especially the people wearing avatar skins aren't even using bending. Like yesterday when I was killing those sweats, you know, I'm looking at them and I'm thinking, there's a brand new update with new items to use, and you wear the same skins, and you do the same loadout, you do the same thing every time. Does that not get boring? Like, that guy was edit coursing me yesterday, and I was watching the VOD back, because I thought, I wanted to see, you know, how well I did, and I did okay, but I missed a lot of shots in those fights, and that's something I gotta work on, because I could have done a lot better. And I just didn't, because I kept missing. But I could have done a lot better. However, I'm looking at him, and I'm watching him, and I'm like, he is building like it's creative. And in box fights or Zone Wars creative, where it's endgame and you have all the mats in the world, and you just play to win. So he overbuilt. He was tarping like crazy. I built 1 or 2 floors. I think I had like an extra 500 mats when he fell to his death. And I had the medallion, so I didn't even need the builds. But he never tried to take pot shots at me. He hit me with his pistol for like 20 damage in that whole endgame fight. And he hit me for 100 way earlier, and I was watching that clip back, and I actually hit him for like 180. I should have pushed him. I never did, though. The first fight we entered with each other, I hit him, not 180, but I hit him for like 80 with the SMG, and then 100 damage shotgun shot at one point. And I'm watching that, and I'm like, why was I not aggressive? Did I not realize the damage I did to him? Because I did a lot. But I like the game a lot, don't get me wrong. And I can play on with specific people for a couple hours, but that's just it. After a couple hours, it's boring. Because it's the same game over and over. And I really thought the Avatar collab would spark some love for it again. And that I would start trying to go competitive as well, like I used to. And I started yesterday. I played 4 matches of solo and 1 squad match, got 3 wins and quit because I was bored. I played an hour and a half. And that's not a good thing. That's really bad. I'm going to continue playing ranked this season just to get the ranked quests done. However, I want to see just how far I can get on my own. That's the main goal. Not going to be doing any squad fill after I get like diamond. But until I get diamond, I'll probably do a couple squad games every now and then. The team I had, I was watching that back, was really bad. So like, if that happens more than once, that's not great. Like, we don't want to get those types of teammates more than one time. Because it's basically meaning I have to carry a team every game. And once I'm in Platinum, it'll be too difficult. Also, I didn't get as much rank when I ranked up in squads, so I don't think that's even worth playing. I did really well, though. Those 15 kill solo game, 9 kill solo game, 21 kill squad game. Like, I was watching that one, and I was like, there's 20 people left, and I have 10 kills. I am going to be killing 11 more people before the game ends. And I'm pretty sure all of them were real. I don't think a single one of them were robots from that end of that match. And I think that's insane. I'm gonna mine until this is kind of flat, and then I'm gonna go over there and mine that side down to make it even. But like we're on Y level 78 already, and it's still not even. Like this gets even at Y, I would say this is 72. It's completely flat at Y 72, maybe 73. And like that's insane. The difference is insane because it was completely flat over there at like Y 80. I only have to mine 22 layers. That's like 12 hours. And 12 hours is very easy to split that over 3 days, which is what I usually do. I play like last night I played a couple hours, and then yesterday morning I played an hour or two, and it's just like the progress is so awesome, man, compared to the past. I love it. But yeah, I want to stream Fortnite more. I know I'm rambling with no viewers. It's because if people join, I don't want to be dead quiet. So when I upload this VOD and there's no one actually in the chat, you know, that's a bit odd. This frame rate is insane. I'm on a 4070. I only have 30 chunks loaded. I could do it in the base game and still get, like, without the mods I have on to make the performance better, and it would still run better. It's that chunk updating one where I'm entering a new chunk. Or I'm crossing a border. I gotta get a mod that can help fix that one. Like, this is insane. 4070 Ti. And I don't... And it uses like 50% of the GPU, and then it just spikes to 100. And I feel like my CPU is not that bad. And it is all the chunks being loaded at once, and then I enter like a dead chunk. Let's turn the chunks down so I can have an actual playable experience. Because this is pathetic. I'm gonna go check something right. Okay, I need to end. Apparently everyone's on the internet, and they're getting mad because it's laggy, and we have family show up, but like, I didn't know you guys were coming. Not my fault. But yeah, I need to end it. I'll keep mining off camera, and I might be live later for some more Fortnite, but until then, I'm just going to call it here. We got a lot of work done. And I'm very excited for this 100 by 100 not to take 1,000 hours. But yeah, we're going to call it here. Thanks for watching, Renzo, and chatting for a while. Essen, thank you. Very kind. I can't find the end soon. Oh, there we go.